It's the 2K Sports pregame show, sponsored by Kia.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. Always a pleasure, and I mean that, to be here with Kenny and Shaq. In this game, we'll see the Chicago Bulls against the San Antonio Spurs at AT&T Center. Not a lot to complain about for this Spurs team right now. They must be satisfied with the way things have gone for them over the first few months. They've played with confidence and composure and have won more than their share of games. And Shaq, we're coming up to the halfway point of the season. Some teams finally getting into a groove after a somewhat shaky start.
Yeah, every year is different. Sometimes it takes a little longer to figure out. But what's most important is to get hot at the right time.
Oh, that's right. I agree with that. And you have to have a lot of experience on your team. And those guys know how to pace themselves. And you can just kind of relax. Quality veterans won't allow the season to be a sprint. It's a marathon.
Tip-off coming up shortly. It's time to send it to Kevin Harlan for the call.
Brent, fantastic offensive matchup here.
Well, they can come at you in so many ways, Kevin. The three-point shot is opened up. The fast break game is going to be there. Quick shots in the half court. So they're going to be piling up the points here tonight.
What's the defense to do when all that is coming at you? And it's going to be the Bulls off the tip. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Near attention at the power forward with Lopez in the middle. D-Wade out there with Rondo, and it's Butler in at the 2. Now Parker, following the three-point attempt by Nikola Mirotic. Parker kicks to Aldridge. A shot. And misses it off the right side of the rim. On defense, San Antonio. They beat the Bulls during their last encounter in Chicago.
And that last one came right down to the wire. The difference for me being the impact they got from their bench.
Yeah, without the scoring they got from that second unit, that is not a game they would have won. They needed every one of those points that they got off the bench.
So the Chicago Bulls able to put up the first points on the board. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. Well, it was the San Antonio Spurs winning their last game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
And the way they attacked the basket in that game was unreal. I mean, after a while, the defenders seemed to just wave the white flag.
Yeah, the point's not hard to come by for them, that's for sure. I'd have surrendered too if I was trying to defend against that potent attack.
Got that one up quick. Parker's got his first 3 points of the game.
And when Parker's converting on the pull-up, Jay, it has to be demoralizing to the defense.
Rondo against Parker. Butler from outside. Rebounded by the Spurs. Leonard attacking, and the foul call on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Well, Chicago's gone 0-2 from deep here. Rondo against Parker. That's good from Wade on the assist by Rondo.
And even though the defense is there, it does not bother Dwyane Wade. He's seen it all. You know, watching Dwyane Wade play right now, he is as in control as he's ever been. His body movement, the way he can post up, his patience and timing. All the talk about this fall off, I'm just still waiting for it. He has not declined all that much in recent years. He really can time those perfectly. What an assist.
Bulls have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Rondo against Parker. Lopez dishes to Wade. The rebound by Gasol.
I have no clue what happened with the defense there, but they should be thanking their lucky stars that somehow he bricked that golden opportunity.
Now here's Parker. 11 points for him in that last game against Portland.
Kevin, a remarkable night for him passing the basketball as well. He did a great job racking up the assists.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
And they need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Outside Rondo. Dishes it to Mirotic. San Antonio with the rebound. Outside Green. Shoots it. And it's good in the assist by Parker. Parker's got 3 assists tonight.
This is bread and butter stuff here. If you're tasked with trying to stop Green, you can't give him any space on a catch-and-shoot opportunity.
Now here's Rondo. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Here's Mirotic. Drills it from outside.
Downtown marksman. Always a little surprising how consistent he is from deep because he's such a big guy.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
Greg Popovich of the Spurs, a 3-time coach of the year. Could have been many more times, and you can count the rings. No question, when it's all said and done, he'll be in the Hall of Fame and in the pantheon of legendary coaches.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Dwyane Dedmon's checked in for Gasol. Anderson comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Ginobili's checked in for Green, and it's Mills in for Tony Parker. Leonard on the wing for 3. Offensive rebound. Ginobili the pass to Leonard. And it's good. 2 points.
So money on the catch and shoot. I don't know what the defense is doing there, giving Kawhi that shot.
When you think about Popovich retiring, he said he didn't think he'd finish out the entirety of his 5-year contract, which runs through 2019.
Yeah, we'll find out. I know Pop has always told the story that when Tim Duncan finishes his playing career, that Pop would finish his as well because he doesn't want to suffer the consequences of not coaching Tim Duncan. But the Spurs have done a great job of restocking their team with the Marcus Aldridge and the evolution of Kawhi Leonard. Maybe the old fellow will stick around a little bit more.
And that kind of defense ain't going to get it done.
Gee, we don't see those kinds of dunks out of him all the time, but we know he's got it in him.
Well, any guy can throw it down against air defending him. Plenty of room, so not so amazing. What does amaze me, though, is that no one came over to contest the play.
1:37 left in the first. Anderson the screen. There's the pass to Dedmon. Back to Mills. They set the pick. 6 on the shot clock. He kicks it to Dedmon. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. And it's Leonard missing.
He just doesn't seem to be himself shooting the ball right now, guys. Just looks a tad bit uneasy, and that's affecting the result.
Got a hand on it. 59 seconds left here in the opening quarter. In the corner, it's Ginobili. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Ginobili's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Cannon kicks to McDermott. He dishes it to Gibson. Ginobili against Butler. Pass to Portis. There's Cannon with the 3. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Tit for tat right there, huh, guys?
Well, we have Mad Bombers on both of these teams, each one bringing it from the depths.
Now here's Mills. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. And then Leonard with the top.
There's a couple things that Patty is working on to be a better player in this league, and finding the open man is one of them.
Now here's Butler. 13 points from him the last game against the Hornets in Charlotte. Gibson with the screen on Ginobili. Butler from outside with the tip. And we reached the end of the first quarter.
it's like a dream come true. It's hard to really picture it. I'm just proud to be Mark's brother, and I'm proud of what he's become as a basketball player and as a man.
Gasol was. But when he was drafted by the Lakers, I mean, they traded him to Memphis for his brother. And that does all seem like fiction, doesn't it?
And we're ready to get rolling once again here for a Christmas Day matchup. And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here. What do you think they've been doing or not doing?
They come out the gates here strong and put together just a solid first quarter.
Well, they've carved out a nice little advantage here, really by dictating the pace early on.
Mills and Manu at the guards. Dwyane Dedmon is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge, and it's Anderson into the small forward position. That's the San Antonio 5. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Kawhi Leonard is a low-key superstar. He doesn't have 5 words to say to anybody. He said recently, I'm not one of the guys in it for the fame. I'm here so I can take care of my family and take care of myself. Love the game of basketball, and as long as I can keep playing and try to get some more championships with the organization, I'll be happy. And that makes him a perfect fit with this franchise, Kevin.
All about the game, D.A. Thanks. Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Gasol's checked in for Dwyane Dedmon. Green comes in for Anderson, and Tony Parker is subbed in for Patty Mills. Here is the long-range jumper. And the playoffs on the horizon, it's a completely different type of game.
Well, the difference, Kevin, really is the fact that you're able to dig so much deeper into what a team does and how effective they are, and then be able to take those things away. That is the test during the playoffs that everybody's up against. Is your next best good enough against our next best?
And even just small moves can make such a difference.
Little tiny adjustments and wrinkles in some of the things that you do can really throw off a team with the way that they're preparing for you and what you're about to bring in terms of the storm the playoffs are.
That's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And to me, this is why they're winning, guys. Unlikely players stepping up huge against a defense that's really nowhere to be found.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Just looking at the stat sheet, they gave far too many free throws away in that game. Maybe it was the noise in the building or something, but they really looked rattled.
And the most noise was being made with one of their guys at the free throw line. Those were some smart fans. They knew it was a team struggling from the free throw line, and they made it as difficult and as loud as possible.
Gibson, no stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. They get Gasol.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
If anything could change the momentum, it's that kind of play. Cloud of smoke has people standing on their feet.
And really, you got to commend the Bulls for the success they've had in the draft. When you look at that roster, you see a ton of big-minute players who were drafted by the Bulls. They've done a great job of finding players to fill roles within that team.
Almost impossible to contain Aldridge on the pick and roll. As long as he makes that separation happen, he's going to knock it down.
Rondo kicks to Lopez. Deflects the pass. His first shot coming late. That one falls.
Read the defense perfectly on that possession.
Spurs leading by 8. Aldridge with a screen-on run from deep. Green. And it's Wade with the rebound. Bulls have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Rondo against Parker. Rondo kicks to Lopez. Fade away. That's good from Wade on the assist from Lopez. Wade's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Excellent use in the mid-range area. You know that's one of his favorite shots.
Parker dishes to Gasol. Left tray. And that's good. Tony Parker for 3.
Now, I know he isn't the world's greatest three-point marksman, but the defense has to show some respect.
Butler, and it's Rondo penetrating. Good for the basket. Starting off 1-for-1 with that shot.
Yeah, that's a difficult shot in the face of a defender that towers over him.
Very aggressive move. Sometimes that'll get swatted, but sometimes you convert.
Now, here's Green. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Aldridge against Mirotic. Aldridge kicks to Parker. And now the fast break. Rondo with the ball. That one, no good. It's the Spurs taking it the other way. Gasol passes to Green. Back to Gasol. Wade outside. That's a good shot, and now he's 3 for 7.
And while Wade doesn't pull the floater out all that often, when he does, it's usually pretty silky smooth.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
And LaMarcus at 6'11" is capable of playing both the power forward spot and, as the league moves forward, the center position. He favors playing the 4, but that versatility was huge in the Spurs signing him and keeping him around, something every team would value.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Gasol. Kyle Anderson comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Leonard, he's checked in for Monogenoke. It's Mills in for Parker. Here's Cannon, following the bucket by the Spurs. There's a screen. A three-pointer, no good. And when you talk about Aldridge at the 4 or at the 5, Brent, which position do you think he's best in?
Well, Kevin, seeing the league going smaller and smaller, he's more skilled, I think, than most centers at that 5 spot. He's got great foot speed, lateral movement's good, and he can stay in front of the smaller players, and that enables him to stay big against small ball lineups.
And so it's San Antonio with it. 7-point differential. Here's Mills. Wyatt so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. 4 on the shot clock. Fires for 3. Leonard, no luck.
And that's playing into the hands of the defense right there.
Great effort to go out and challenge that shot. Hard to stay cool under that kind of pressure.
Here's Cannon. He has 5. The feed to McDermott. The rebound by Anderson. Spurs leading by 7. Leonard on the wing, defended by Butler. Leonard kicks to Anderson. It's stolen by Wade.
And if they're smart, they can hold it for the last shot.
That's got to be the game plan here. Make this the last possession of the quarter.
Now the dish to Cannon. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwyane Wade. Cannon's got 8 points.
It's terrific basketball from Wade there to thread the pass to the wide open man for the clean look.
And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Spurs lead by 4.
Well, we finally buckled down and started getting some stops. We've done a poor job making them feel us. We've got to make them more comfortable out there on the floor.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
First half in the books. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Welcome back as we break down all the action. It was all about San Antonio as the game got going. Their lead at one point was up to 7, and they had some real nice momentum going. Once they got on the scoreboard, they were relentless at staying out in front, never once letting the lead change hands. Going into the second quarter, they lost a little focus, sacrificed some points, but still finished with a 4-point cushion at the half. Kenny, what was your take on San Antonio?
Well, their ball movement was phenomenal. Now, they're in good position to win this game, large in part because of those assists. And this is the thing, Ernie. When you win as a team, you feel better about everything that happens.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Chicago?
I really like how they limited turnovers. You know, they didn't play it too safe. They made some really nice passes. When you can play like this and cut back turnovers, it can add up to over 10, 8, 12, 15, 16 easy points, Ernie. I don't know how many points, a lot of easy points. They'll be in good shape if they can keep making the same smart plays.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway. We'll see you after the game.
Here's Parker. And you look at the Spurs' incredible run, that combination of Duncan and Ginobili and Parker. It's the winningest postseason combination, that trio in NBA history.
Well, we know that Tim Duncan and Greg Popovich had the longest player-coach partnership in league history. And it's also been interesting, Kevin, how each one of those players has taken on different responsibilities as a leader of the ball club throughout the course of their career.
So for Chicago right now, here it's at the power forward with Lopez in the middle. Rondo is out there with Dwyane Wade. And it's Butler in at the small forward. And here's Rondo. Kawhi Leonard getting his 3 to go. Lopez a screen. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Gasol. Now let's take a look at how the shots have been divided up between 3-point shots and 2-point shots for San Antonio.
It really struck a nice balance between long-range shooting and also attacking the rim. That keeps the defense off balance and keeps things flowing offensively.
Here's Rondo. Rebound, San Antonio.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
They're playing with a huge bit of confidence and some fire here. They've recorded 3 in a row here, guys.
Pass to Mirotic. Fade away. Rebound by Tony Parker.
Yeah, man, this game would shift drastically if he was on tonight and making those shots that we normally see him hit.
Leonard inside, defended by Butler. Offline with his 3.
And after burying 3 straight shot opportunities, finally a missed.
Just beautiful.
You know what? He wasn't going to wait around for any help on that break.
No reason to wait. That was all his from the get-go.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. And so it's San Antonio with it. After the Bulls pick up 2.
The strength in that body that Kawhi has, he finishes through contact as well as anyone in the league.
And Chicago has possession. They trail by 11. Chicago calls timeout. Well, not too many current or former NBA players can say this, but you can, Brent. You've been in a movie. How was it getting involved in the Jerry Maguire movie? And do you have any more plans to be on the big screen?
I have more plans to go to movies, Kevin, than to be in the movies. Somehow, some way, I got a phone call from somebody that said, "We need you to come down here." And I know the backstory to it. Cameron Crowe is from Seattle. I met Cameron Crowe several times, and he said, "Brent, I got a part for a basketball player. How about a movie?" I said, "Cool." Then he said, "How about a movie with Tom Cruise?" I said, "Even better." And then he said, "How about a movie about a sports agent with Tom Cruise and you'll be in the scene with him?" And I said, "What time?"
How many lines did you have in that movie?
Oh, I nailed it. 1 line, Kevin. 1 line, 1 take, Jake. And there was a kid there that was in the same scene. It was about signing some basketball cards, and the little boy was suffering from a cold that day, and Tom Cruise could not have been nicer. In fact, gave the kid some peanuts.
That's a great story.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat. And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Taj Gibson's checked in for Chicago. Bulls trail by 11. Outside Rondo. Gibson the screen. Rondo dishes to Gibson. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And let's take a look now at Kawhi Leonard's numbers. Just an incredible month of basketball. 5th in steals, 5th for free throw percentage, and he's also ranked in the top 10 in blocks per game. No trespassing when he's in the lane. You know, you figured that Dwyane Wade might be a player to finish his career playing for just one team, the Miami Heat, but in the end, things just ended bitterly. Wade had taken less money in the past so the Heat could win titles. I mean, he was done playing for a discount, and the Bulls, boy, did they step up.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And, you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard. And with the trade of Derrick Rose and the departure of Pau Gasol, it seemed like the Bulls might look to rebuild and go young. Then they reverse course and get Chicago native Dwyane Wade.
And don't forget the deal for Rajon Rondo. They're taking kind of a blended approach. Not a lot of three-point shooting in that backcourt. So it'll be interesting to see how all these pieces fit together.
Chicago making some changes. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez, and McDermott subbed in for Mirotic. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Here's Rondo, and that one's on target from the wing. Rondo's got his second basket of the night. Spurs leading by 11. Parker, right side, to the inside. And there's Ginobili. That's good on the assist by Parker. Parker's got 9 assists now tonight. Bulls have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Rondo passes to Gibson. There's the screen. Rondo kicks to Portis. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in. Portis has got his first 2 points.
Got to give a ton of credit to the screener there. That was a perfect pick to give his teammate the space to knock down the shot. And the Spurs, known as an organization for their diligence and discipline, it's all about their results and certainly about the accountability from coach to player, and more importantly, Kevin, from player to player.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Wayne Dedmon's checked in for Gasol. Anderson comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. It's Mills in for Tony Parker.
Man, when Leonard gets this kind of scoring rhythm going, very few defenders have the strength and athleticism to slow him down, unless he could guard himself.
Here's Cannon. 8 points for him. Gibson the screen. That's tipped. Stolen by Anderson. Leonard with the ball. Butler covering. Leonard draws the double. The kick out to Anderson. And play stops as it looks like they called over the back here.
Yeah, he was boxed out and tried to get the rebound the only way he could.
Bulls trail by 13. Here's Cannon. He averages about 5 points a game. Passes it to Butler. We've got 1:28 left to play here in the third. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Portis. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Portis has got his second basket of the game.
Good decision to kick the ball out as the defense collapsed.
And stolen by Butler. The 19-foot shot hits Chicago with another bucket.
So elusive on the offensive end. Very difficult for any defense to match up against.
Mills dishes to Leonard. Back to Mills. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Outside Leonard. Kicks to Anderson. He can't get it to go. And the Bulls going the other way now. Feeds it to McDermott. Back to Cannon. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. Butler can't get that one to fall.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
7-second difference. Shot and game clock. Leonard somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Leonard's got 13 points now in the quarter.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Butler against Ginobili. And here is Butler. From deep. Got it off in time, but it's no good.
Keep fighting, fellas. All right, one possession at a time. All right, how are we going to do it? Take care of the ball. Make sure we're getting back in transition. A lot of game left. All right, we'll get it going here. We'll get it going.
See what happens here in the fourth. Bulls trail by 11. Mills teams up with Green in the backcourt. Anderson is out there with Pau Gasol. And it's Deadman into the center. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs.
And the rebounding has been key to their success here tonight.
A bit of a numbers game. More boards, obviously, meaning more possession. And that's been reflected tonight in the score.
And that one's good. Green.
And what about the way Gasol sees the floor? So gifted at whipping the ball all over to the open man.
Down low, here's Lopez. It's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got 6 assists now in the game. And Mills kicks to Gasol. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the strike for 2. It's going to go on Nikola Mirotic.
And this last offseason, Pau Gasol coming over to the Spurs in free agency. It seems to be the exact kind of player that the Spurs would want on their team, especially with his basketball IQ. Pau liked the fit as well, and it didn't take long for him to join San Antonio.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Aldridge comes in for Dwyane Dedmon, and Tony Parker is subbed in for Kyle Anderson. McDermott, no one around him. It's good from long range. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. And for Gasol and the Spurs, it was actually another Gasol that was prompting Pau to join the team. His brother Mark told him, go to San Antonio.
And what a strange that Mark is very much on a team that rivals the Spurs. So I don't think Mark was doing it just so he could battle his older brother 4 times a year. I think he meant what he said with the Spurs. They are a great organization and would probably make the best fit for Pau at the end of his career.
And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Kawhi Leonard, he's checked in for Patty Mills. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Leonard on the wing. Wade is covering. And it's Parker in the corner. 5 on the clock. Takes it out to Leonard. Second shot opportunity. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. 21 points for Kawhi Leonard. Pau Gasol, just how aware he is out on the floor, not only on the defensive end, how he'll help out, but also his vision as a passer on the offensive side.
Really, Kevin, one of the best passing bigs to ever play the game, and it's a part of why he's been the crux of so many offenses. Very good at identifying and exploiting a mismatch for himself or others. Never forces things on offense and always takes what the team's given.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, well, Fred Hoiberg was talking to his team during the timeout. He was not happy with their defensive performance. He said they're getting everything they want. We've got to show them we can't let that happen. You have to make a stand. You have to get some stops, and that'll get us going on the run. Guys?
Thank you, David. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Now Rondo. Lopez outside. Fades. That one's good. The San Antonio lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Wade. San Antonio's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. And that one's good. Parker.
And that is just Parker's shot. He always looks to rise up from that section of the floor.
Rondo with the ball. Fires from 14. Here's Lopez. He's off on that one. Aldridge with some nice deep. Leonard against Wade. And the foul on Dwyane Wade. That is his first foul of the game. Manu Ginobili, he's checked in for San Antonio. And the Bulls making a change here as well. Butler's checked in. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Leonard attacking. He got right to the cup using that screen. Leonard's got the lead up to 14 now for the Spurs. Now here's Rondo. Mirotic the screen. Looking to get it going. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. And the Bulls making a change here. Gibson's checked in. It's amazing to watch these NBA athletes competing every day. You and I get the lucky seat right there in front midcourt, such size, such athleticism. It's intimidating. Who are the most intimidating players?
If you go to Detroit and you want to match up with number 0 there, and Andre Drummond, you're in for a long night.
Harness yourself in.
The way that he can control the middle, Kevin, and the way he's relentless at coming at the offensive glass and the defensive glass all game long, I'm really interested in the development of Andre Drummond as the centerpiece, figuratively and literally, for the Detroit Pistons.
And finish up by Gasol.
Yeah, the assist by Parker, just brilliant. Really seeing his teammates out there.
Bulls trail by 13. Butler on the way. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. You know, Greg, when Jimmy Butler is out there, you have to be aware of just how explosive a player he can be. When he turns it on and gets in that groove and feels the rhythm, he can completely take over a game with his scoring.
And Kevin, I'm sure you remember that 53-point outburst he had last season. Butler has games where he has everything that kind of just falls into place. And he gets his scores in so many ways, but usually when he goes off, it's because he's getting to the free throw line.
For Chicago, they've gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. And the rejection by Leonard.
And that's the thing we know about Leonard. As a defender, on the ball, off the ball, he's rarely out of any play.
And Aldridge slams it in.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Spurs.
They had to battle for this win. There were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
And that's a product of their mental toughness. Anytime the flow of the game turned against them, instead of caving, they just dialed it up a notch and were able to pull away.
And guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25.
And with this win, it gives them a sweep of the season series, even though it's just a brief 2-game. And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Leonard.
Let me tell you, it's a tall order guarding him tonight, and nobody that they put on him was up to the challenge. And he's always such a difficult matchup, but in this game, he was completely and utterly dialed in.
Terrific run to seal the deal.
Yeah, as time became a factor, they became the aggressors. Big time finish to pull away.
Lopez outside. He feeds it to Wade. And it's good. Fought through contact. It's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
The offense has clearly kicked into gear. The question, though, is it just a little too late?
Definitely too late. The time to rally was when the game was in the balance. Now you're just creating highlight reels.
Here's Mills. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one.
Satisfied just because we got another great win, and the way we've been playing lately I think it's just been great, and we just got to keep the momentum going.
And that'll do it, folks. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. And this broadcast has not ended just yet. as we've got the award-winning Ernie Johnson standing by here for the postgame show.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, thank you. Superb. And now let's move on to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Kawhi Leonard. He went on a ridiculous scoring spree in the third quarter. He was in attack mode the entire time, and his teammates really fed off that surge of energy.
From the small forward position, Kawhi Leonard does just about what anyone else has done in the history of the game. I mean, look, he defends, and then on the offensive end, he makes you guard him. Kawhi Leonard is a difference maker on both ends of the floor.
Well, he hadn't been himself for a while until tonight. This was the star player we're all used to seeing. With the way he broke out, I can officially say that whatever slump he was going through is over. Finito, kaput, bye-bye, gone.
We certainly hope you've enjoyed our special Christmas Day broadcast of the NBA here on 2K Sports. Jingle bells. Ho, ho, ho.
Pashaka Claus
Kenny the Elf Smith.
and Ernie the Reindeer Johnson.
We'll see you again soon. Good night, everybody.
Reindeer.